What's up guys, SkyKevin here, and today I wanted to talk about spawning in another tile on Last Oasis. This has been a recently debated topic as people have put forward arguments for and against it. I'm always trying to get more weekly content out on these topics, but these videos take me a while to put together, so please subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know if you'd like to see more content like this. So, let's get started.
Monster, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window. Monster, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window.
The ability to spawn in another tile on Last Oasis has been brought up in discussions as the catalyst of the zero to hero griefing experience by clans in the game so far. Essentially, if you have a certain tile as your main tile, players can spawn there, purchase some basic materials from the trade station, and begin naked griefing structures or walkers that you have sitting out. Usually, it's the most effective way to catch players farming materials on their solo walker, with the added benefit of the element of surprise. Usually players that are doing this aren't doing it for any sort of personal gain, they simply want to destroy or ruin the progress of another player. Many clans, big and small, have expressed grievances with this problem, but let's look at why the system is implemented in the first place. The benefits of being able to teleport across the map started as it was pointed out during the closed beta that it would be very difficult to meet up with friends or other players given the distance they would have to travel even across a single network area of servers. Back then, there were roughly 10 times as many servers with the game's opening population, and so, as a result, they implemented the ability for clanmates to easily group up. Additionally, since many players at the start were coming from the different Nomad's Cradle servers, they would need to teleport out, sometimes across entire servers. Additionally, this ability allowed all clans to have more movement and more of a presence when it comes to defense. If someone on their walker is under attack even in a completely different tile from another walker stacked with 20 people, the defenders would be able to teleport in to help with the walker's defense. Obviously, this was a huge benefit to very large clans, as they would have the ability to use the walker's resources like water for spawns and extra kits to the fullest when against a prepared enemy with a larger number on the attacking ship. Finally, the ability to teleport gave people the option of leaving unfriendly tiles. Many players that may wish to scrap their progress on their current tile and move to a new one wouldn't have the ability to do so if they end up stuck there and spawn camped with no way to farm another walker. Further, if the tile was server capped, they would have no choice but to farm up another walker in that same tile before being able to leave, which may make sometimes a 30 to 60 minute queue problem even worse when a server is tile capped. Although there are many benefits to having the system, as mentioned before, there are many negatives. The number one thing being the easy way for solo griefers to join into a tile and find players to harass. Even if the players do manage to kill them, they will usually just spawn at the trade station and purchase resources for some sort of basic gear to head out and keep attacking once more. This can be done in small groups of 3 to 5 to really do some damage to walkers that only have one solo unsuspecting player. Further, this system gives Zergs a big advantage when it comes to concentrating numbers. The ability for them to spawn across tiles allows them to quickly bulk up their numbers if you plan to attack an unsuspecting walker. Additionally, if you're fighting in a tile and your walker is completely destroyed, the only way to go back to your main tile would be to farm a new walker in that same tile that you are attacking. These issues are a large reason why we have the system currently, and so any changes to the way spawning on another tile works should be very carefully considered. So how do we fix the issues concerning both the pros and cons of the current spawn on another tile system? I have a few suggestions which may benefit the game. First of all, we need to limit the players being able to spawn wherever they want. Not only does it give Zergs the power to easily server cap a tile, but it eliminates the need for many of them to play together, as they can instead do their own thing on a solo walker, and once it's time to battle, quickly teleport away, grab a kit, and in seconds be ready to fight on any tile in the entire game. This eliminates a very pertinent need for logistics in Last Oasis, in that you should need to be in the same tile or even on the same walker as your clanmates to ensure its security. With the introduction to the new Domus walker, I think it would definitely benefit the game a lot more to have clans roaming with one large moving base that all players operate out of rather than many small walkers doing their own solo thing until they get attacked. This would hopefully allow for larger treasure-filled ships to be on the map while a clan is farming than simpler stilettos and toboggans that we see so often currently. My suggestion to remedy this issue would be to allow players to teleport spawn only in 2 instances. The first is if you have your own proxy walker on the tile. As they have already done so with reserved slots on a server, I think that if your clan owns the proxy walker on the tile, you should have the ability to spawn back there regardless of where your character is currently located. This way, if your walker gets zeroed, you will still be able to teleport back to your home tile to farm up another one or use another walker that you have. Secondly, I think for any other tile, you should have the ability to spawn back on the Nomad's Cradle maps, and there you would need to build a small firefly or spider walker to be able to move your walker back to the different tiles. I believe the Nomad's Cradle is currently being wasted as the influx of new players has gone down quite a bit, and yet you still see so many of them on the nearby tiles on the map. Additionally, since the servers are made up with only a few basic resources, this would allow players only the ability to craft the smaller walkers and basic items in order to leave the tile. The devs could definitely tweak the map to only allow the resources to build a firefly, and thus they need to move back to their own tile to make anything substantial. I think this would not only help the problem with server teleporting, but it would also repurpose those servers and allow for better usage of the map space. This could also be done for medium tile maps and make it so all the hard maps are the only ones that can't be directly spawned on, if you foresee any problems with the Nomad's Cradle being an option. There are many other ways that players have suggested to fix this problem. Long-lasting PvP debuffs, only the ability to travel across a limited number of tiles, only the ability to spawn on a different tile with a favorited walker on it, and some sort of totem building to spawn on a walker or on the ground. Lastly, even a cooldown for spawning on a different tile altogether. Ultimately, with the current system, we do know that it works, and so if it isn't broken, maybe it's best we don't try to fix it. Nevertheless, I'm interested to hear what everyone else's opinions on teleport spawning might be. I think that there's definitely some room for improvement, and since we are working with a bit of an outdated system, there are a few tweaks that they could do to make the logistics side of the game a lot better for all sizes of clans, and hopefully increase the number of viable PvP encounters in doing so, especially for smaller clans attacking larger ones. Let me know what your thoughts are after weighing the pros and cons on teleport spawning, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content on Last Oasis and other MMOs. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Don't run out, buddy. You wanna fucking start the fight. Don't run out, buddy. You wanna fucking start the fight.